Welcome to the 5-Week Linguist Show. If you want to learn a language or you teach a language, you've come to the right place. Join Janina each week for tips, resources, and advice for making engaging language learning happen anytime, anywhere.
Hola! Welcome to the 5-Week Linguist Show. Today I want to talk about the ultimate language learning lab. And you might even be listening to this on it right now. It's your phone or any device that's connected to the internet, but I really like the mobility of the phone. I love Duolingo and it's fantastic, but you're not going to learn a language using that alone. A little bit of history. Traditional language courses have a lab component. So it often involves lots of focused listening activities and speaking. And we used to have to go sign up for the lab. But now you get to do it anywhere. It's amazing. So this little device that you're holding in your hand or that's sitting next to you, sitting somewhere, it's transformed language learning. It's completely transformed our ability to connect and get language and culture from all over the world. So you can have this lab anywhere. And I wanted to share some surprising apps that can really help you learn a language. The first one is Audible. Audible is such a great find. I love to get my yearly subscription, and I think there's some free options out there, maybe some other options, but I stick with Audible because it provides language learning experiences, tons of them for me as a beginner, as well as when I'm an advanced learner. As a beginner, there are tons of courses. I like Pimsleur, Michelle Thomas. I love Paul Noble. I love Collins. I love Earworms. Are available in multiple languages. And I can listen to them right on my phone. I can listen to them anywhere. I can connect it to my Alexa and listen to that there. Really, really, really useful. And as I become more advanced, I can listen to books. I just got some really great ones in Italian. Simple, easy reading. And I can listen to them multiple times. And Audible, or audiobooks rather, this was pre-Audible, is how I was able to get that last bit that I needed to get that near native proficiency. Was I listened to audiobook after audiobook so I could hear advanced spoken Spanish and understand it really well. I really focused on really soaking up all the vocabulary and advanced grammar. I love iBooks or Kindle. Just as if you're anything like me, your life is probably more conducive to listening, right? If you're driving a lot, if you're cleaning, if you're doing different things. But getting to sit down and read is a great use of time. And I know that there's ebooks there's lots available in iBooks and Kindle, as well as Project Gutenberg. So spend some time reading on your phone. Another surprising app is your clock. I love to use the timer function, and I use this really regularly. Sit down, set a timer, and make yourself talk or make yourself write. Do it really regularly. When you're just beginning, it can be timing yourself reading phrases. As you advance, it might be writing in your fluency journal. But keep track of your time. Voice memos. I record myself every week. It's a great documentation of my progress. You can also record yourself if you've got a conversation partner. Again, that's going to be documentation of your progress. It's also a great thing to help you get over shyness. I really wish this had existed when I first started learning languages, that I could take this little device and go someplace private and just talk. And it's the worst. It's the worst thing at first. Most people hate hearing themselves, particularly at first. You feel stupid, you're making mistakes, but it is such a great way to work through some really uncomfortable feelings as you're getting used to learning languages. FaceTime or Skype. I love working on italki, connecting with native speakers. And a lot of them use FaceTime as a tool where you can, in the next hour, go to italki.com. You could be talking to somebody in another country and learning languages. I absolutely love Google Docs. And this is one of my more recent favorites. I really love fluency journals where you sit down and you actually use your timer and you write down, you write about different topics because it's going to help you fill in the gaps. It's a really great fluency activity. But Google Docs is a great one too. And you can use the built-in dictionaries as you write. And after you've written, Google's pretty intuitive and it's going to find what you can hit spell check and it'll know what you did, and you can go and do a spell and grammar check and it will put accents in the right place. You can find great add-ons like Easy Accents that will help you learn unknown words. Not perfect, but it's good. I love Gabriel Weiner's Fluent Forever. If you are unfamiliar with Gabriel, he's the best-selling author of Fluent Forever, and I think he's just a really clever guy. He studied engineering and I think vocal arts and loved languages. And the engineering problem solving side of him became very focused on, finding out how to use spaced repetition Anki flashcards to learn languages. Well, it used to be a lot more work, but he's actually taken all the work out of it for you. I want to talk a little bit about Google Translate. If you have that app, it's a fantastic app. And I want to talk a little bit about the history and how I think you should use it. Oh, Google Translate gets better and better and better and better and better all the time because they're constantly updating their body of content, their body of their corpus through scanning documents that were translated by humans. So it's getting better and better and better. And you can always give it suggestions. So while you just need to know a few basic things that you should know enough about a language to not trust it 100%, but know that you can trust it a fair amount, 80, 85, maybe even 90 by the time you hear this. I'm not sure, but I can tell you it gets better and better and better. You can create your own phrase books, which is really great. And you can do this by just saving them to a Google spreadsheet. Or another way that I like to use them is with a notebook. And I like to make task journals. So I think about something I need to do in a language. Let's say go to the doctor. Well, I can be really specific. I can, in my notebook, telling the doctor about a problem, and I can write down all the words and phrases that I need. And then they're all right there on a page. Use Google Translate. Just be mindful that it needs context. Languages need context because the syntax is different and the context is different. So for a long time, when I was starting with Italian, I noticed every time I would look up the word May, expecting the month May, Maggio, it would come up with poi, like, or I saw posso too, like basically can I, may I. That's inaccurate. So it didn't know enough of the context to know that I was looking for the month. So just be mindful of, it's usually pretty good and it's getting better and better all the time. So it wouldn't be a tool I would use for all of my communication. You've got to learn enough to know how to use it wisely, but it's not bad. So basically, you can learn a language with a device, being your phone, right? Can give you all the culture and practice with native speakers that you need. Use that over a period of time and regular periods of time, and with a notebook to record all the things that you're going to say. Until next time.
Thank you for listening to the 5-Week Linguist Show with Janina Klimas. Join us each week here and visit us at reallifelanguage.com/reallifelanguageblog for more resources for learning and teaching languages.